The movie begins in 1944, deep in the chaos of World War II. Gunfire echoes across the vast Pacific Ocean, setting a tense and dangerous scene. Amidst this turmoil, Captain Ellis, a determined American Marine, leads his unit through hostile waters. Suddenly, they're ambushed by Japanese soldiers, and the mission turns disastrous. Amid the destruction, Ellis narrowly escapes, finding himself alone, adrift on a small rubber raft. Days pass on the open sea, with nothing but the endless horizon surrounding him. Exhausted and starving, yet driven by sheer willpower, Ellis scans the waves until finally he spots a distant island, a faint glimmer of hope. Summoning his last strength, he paddles toward the shore. His arms ache, but he pushes on. Eventually, he reaches the sandy beach, securing his raft among the rocks. Stepping onto the island, his heart races with a fragile hope. Before him stretches a wild landscape, towering trees, vibrant plants, and jagged rocks. Yet no signs of human life, only deep isolation. As Ellis ventures further, he spots a small church nestled among the greenery. Its worn facade shines like a beacon. Approaching cautiously, he sees a Catholic nun, Angela, stepping out of the shadowy doorway. She freezes, startled by his sudden appearance. Sensing her fear, Ellis raises his hands calmly and speaks gently. "Please don't be afraid. I'm an American Marine. You're safe with me." Angela's wide eyes slowly soften. She answers quietly, "I'm alone here." Ellis doubts her claim. How could anyone be truly alone in such a remote place? Yet, Angela invites him to her humble shelter, a simple structure built from natural materials. There, she offers him food, a modest meal of fruits and roots. Ellis accepts gratefully, his body craving nourishment after drifting for so long. Curious about her solitude, Ellis asks her story. Angela explains how she came to the island with a priest on a mission to rescue elderly priests trapped by advancing Japanese forces. But when they arrived, the priests had already been captured. The war's chaos forced them into hiding, and one by one, the priests fell ill and died. Believed captured or lost, Angela's people never sent help, leaving her stranded in isolation. Moved by her tale, Ellis shares his own story. His unit was wiped out in a surprise attack, and he barely escaped with his life. He drifted aimless and alone until fate brought him here. After resting, Ellis wakes to find Angela kneeling in her shelter, lighting candles and whispering prayers. Her faith glows quietly amid the uncertainty surrounding them. Together, they set out to gather food. Ellis, with the strength and skill of a soldier, climbs coconut trees, shaking down ripe fruits to Angela, who catches them below with steady hand. Needing protein to regain his strength, Ellis spots a turtle swimming near the shore. Armed with a rope and driftwood, he readies the raft. Angela joins him, determined to help. Paddling softly over gentle waves, they chase the agile turtle. Ellis struggles to catch it, and in a slip, he falls into the cold water. Angela quickly helps him back aboard, their teamwork growing with every challenge. Eventually, they secure the turtle and return to shore. Ellis cooks their catch, filling the air with a rich, savory scent. As they eat, he speaks with new hope. "This island provides what we need. Even if rescue never comes, we can survive." Angela asks about his family. Ellis admits he's an orphan, raised in a harsh orphanage until he was 14. Angela, too, reveals she was an orphan. She chose a life of faith, finding peace and purpose as a nun. Though their lives are different, their shared loneliness draws them close. Her calm spirituality balances his hardened pragmatism. The next morning, their fragile peace shatters with the roar of Japanese fighter planes overhead. Ellis grabs Angela, pulling her into thick underbrush. "We can't be seen. They'll kill us if they spot us." He leads her to a hidden cave he'd seen earlier, its dark entrance concealed by rocks. Inside, they hide, listening as war rumbles in the distance. At dawn, explosions shake the island. Ellis peeks out and sees Japanese planes bombing the landscape, smoke curling into the sky. Angela clutches her rosary, whispering prayers for safety. Ellis places a comforting hand on her shoulder. When the planes leave, they emerge to find the church and their shelter destroyed, the island scarred. Soon, a Japanese squad arrives, setting up a weather station. They destroy Ellis's raft, cutting off any chance of escape. Forced back into the cave, they watch soldiers patrol nearby. Ellis grips a knife, ready to defend Angela, but the patrols pass without discovering. Angela, desperate and starving, suggests surrendering. "Maybe the Japanese will spare a nun, and you can get away." Ellis refuses firmly. "We can't risk it. They could hurt you. We stay hidden. That night, Ellis sneaks out under darkness, observing the Japanese camp from a distance. Avoiding patrols, he wades into shallow water to fish. When a soldier spots him, Ellis freezes, feigning death until the danger passes. He catches several fish and returns to their cave. Together, they share a small meal, clinging to hope amid the island's dangers. Ellis eats the raw fish without hesitation, but Angela, who gave up fish when she became a nun, struggles. Her stomach rebels, and she's unable to keep it down. She vomits, then quietly retreats to sleep, her body weakened by hunger. While Angela rests, Ellis prepares to venture out again. This time, he darkens his face with soot to blend into the night. Moving like a shadow, he sneaks into the Japanese camp, silently gathering food, canned goods, rice, anything that might sustain them. Suddenly, a soldier approaches. Ellis freezes behind some crates, heart pounding, holding his breath as danger looms close. Trapped, he remains hidden through the long night, unable to escape until dawn, when the soldiers become distracted by their drills. Seizing the moment, Ellis slips away with the supplies, disappearing into the jungle until it's safe to return. Meanwhile, Angela awakens to find Ellis gone. Panic seizes her heart, fear that he's been captured or worse. Tears stream down her face as she prays desperately for his safety. When Ellis finally returns unharmed, relief floods her features, but her fear turns to anger. "You left without a word," she says, her voice trembling. "I thought you were dead." Ellis feels remorse and promises never to leave without telling her again. The next day, trying to lift Angela's spirits, Ellis offers her a bright flower and a small wooden comb he carved. These simple gestures bring a soft smile to her face. Curious about her future, he asks if she's ever considered leaving the nunnery for a secular life. Angela confesses she hasn't taken her final vows. Nuns have 5 years to decide, and she remains uncertain. Ellis, his feelings deepening, quietly hopes she might reconsider. Their moment is cut short by noise. Japanese soldiers packing up, abandoning the island. Overjoyed, Ellis and Angela search the camps, finding supplies to ease their hunger. During this brief respite, Ellis opens up about his lonely childhood and the hardships he faced. Vulnerable, he confesses, "I've fallen in love with you. After the war, please think about leaving your vows and marrying me." Angela, stunned, explains her devotion to God. She cannot betray her faith for love. Though hurt, Ellis respects her choice. "I'm sorry if I upset you. Please forgive me," he says. That night, as they share a meal, Ellis discovers a bottle of Japanese sake. He drinks heavily and, in a drunken lapse, dismisses Angela's vows as meaningless. Comparing their isolation to Adam and Eve in a primal Eden, he hurts her deeply. Angela flees into the rain-soaked jungle and collapses, falling asleep, cold and alone. Sobered, Ellis searches frantically but cannot find her in the dark. At dawn, he discovers her unconscious, chilled by exposure. Carrying her toward the camp, he sees the Japanese soldiers have returned, forcing him to retreat to their cave. Angela's condition worsens. Her breathing grows shallow. Risking everything, Ellis sneaks into the camp again to steal blankets and medicine. A soldier spots him, and in a desperate act of survival, Ellis kills the man with his knife. He hides the body to avoid detection. Back in the cave, Ellis changes Angela's wet clothes, keeps her warm, and administers the medicine. For the first time, he prays for her recovery, his skepticism giving way to hope. When Angela wakes, she asks who cared for her. Ellis explains, apologizing for his drunken words. She forgives him, their bond deepened by mutual understanding. Suddenly, explosions shake the island. The Japanese, having discovered their fallen soldier's body, bombard the area, hunting Ellis. Soldiers shout outside the cave, "Come out, or we'll throw a grenade." Angela prays, fearing the end is near. But louder explosions follow. American Navy planes attacking the Japanese. Ellis and Angela step outside, hearts lifting at the sight. Ellis notes the Japanese have set up 4 cannons, making any American landing dangerous. "I must disable those cannons to save my comrades," he says, "as God would wish." Angela, though scared, agrees. Dodging bombs, Ellis navigates the battlefield, where most Japanese soldiers lie dead. Injured by shrapnel, he presses on, disabling each cannon with skill. His actions save countless American lives. Angela finds Ellis wounded and tends to his injuries. Weak, he says, "Our paths diverge now. We may never meet again." Her voice soft, Angela replies, "Though I cannot be with you, you will always remain in my heart." The American Navy lands, raising their flag in victory. The captain, amazed to see Ellis alive, had presumed him lost. Medics carry Ellis away, and Angela follows quietly, their farewell unspoken but deeply felt. Ellis never pressures Angela about his love, honoring her faith. Angela cherishes their connection, knowing true love transcends physical togetherness, living forever in the heart, even in separation. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.